Okay. I tried to make it short. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even get past the 15 seconds without like taking a breath. So I figured I better just come here and post this on my my page, my video section instead of a short. Yeah. So I started off by saying what's done in the dark will be brought. What's done in the dark, what's said in the dark will be brought to light, and it's in Luke 12, 2, and 3. And I'm telling you, like, after watching that Quiet on Set documentary, it's, you hear these things, about Hollywood. Um, you got The Sound of Freedom last year that shook stuff up. You got this whole thing with Ryan Garcia going viral, talking about the people in the elites, the Illuminati. Um, and now you got this thing coming out, Quiet on Set. And I think one of the most disheartening things about watching this thing is, I got my daughter. She watches Nickelodeon. I watched Nickelodeon when I was a kid, because we didn't have cable. I'm 45. So you either had, cable. If you had cable, you had Disney or Nickelodeon, right? It was no Cartoon Network at that time, but Nickelodeon was the thing. I mean, even, getting up in age, Nickelodeon was a spot that you would just see like goofy stuff, right? Double Dare. Everybody remembers Double Dare, right? We watched that after school, right? That was part of Nickelodeon. And to see the background, to see the mentality of the individuals running these shows, Dan Schneider, you better get that right, bro. You talking about, I saw your little video that you posted. Oh yeah, I owe apology. I owe people a very strong apology. What? Bro, you need to be in, like, from what I saw, you need to be in jail or something, man. I don't know, man, because this whole I've been following the Amanda Bynes thing, and talking about she got pregnant. I can't, man, like, because I got daughters. I got two girls, and the Drake. Now the Drake story, that was brutal, man. That was, what the worst part of that whole story wasn't, that the fact that he was sitting there, in that chair, which I know it took a lot of courage for him to do. But I I put myself in his shoes in that courtroom when it was just him, his mother, and I can't remember what the other relative was. Even his dad didn't know, at the time. He's sitting there, three of them strong on the offense. And on the other side, you got a whole choir sitting behind this Peck dude, this John Peck, whatever his name is. Sick. All that support for that guy from the network, execs, producers, every one of you guys. And I know some of you may have been misled, but I hope you watch this. And I hope you send an apology to that dude, because every one of you that sat there owe him an apology. Some of you probably knew. Some of you probably knew. And some of y'all need to be put in jail for what that guy went through, what that boy went through. Sick. Whew, yeah, this one got me. This one got me because I feel like anytime you see stuff on camera and stuff, and I'm a producer at my job, so I know behind the scenes it can get hot, you can get rough, and people can say some inappropriate things in the heat of the moment. But I'm learning now, you gotta stop that mess. You got to put a stop to that mess. Anybody saying anything inappropriate to you, anybody touching you inappropriate, you better put a stop to it the moment they do that mess to you. In any job, women especially, the way those women got treated, those two writers, especially Christy, about how she had to lean over that desk and do that. What, man, bro, and say stuff in a certain way because I don't want YouTube to take my stuff down. Like, and how they treated those women when they called that woman in, with all those men. My wife said something interesting to me. She said, "How you gonna have a team of men writers, a full team of men writing material content for a teenage girl?" That right there sounds weird and shady to me, right? I'm not saying men can't do it, but you should have had some women in there who were teenage girls at one point, right? You would have thought they would have half and halved it, right? And Dan Schneider in that hot tub with that girl, I promise. Dude, as a dad, man, I just wanted to go bust somebody up right now. I gotta go learn how to shoot or something. It's just, oh my God. Oh my God. And what they did to the brother, the black, having him dressed like a fetus, right? And then having him deal cookies. And I get it, back then it's probably, oh, it's funny games, oh, this is funny, but the stuff they put these kids through, I wouldn't want to be associated with Nickelodeon at all. I wouldn't want to be associated with Nickelodeon at all after watching that. If you are an executive, if you are a cameraman, if you are any of that stuff associated with that network, because the network, they didn't do right. They didn't do right. They didn't do those kids right. Not one apology. I just like it. Oh, let's go for the next show. Oh, we gonna, let's move right on. No. I don't want to see another Nickelodeon show. It's sad, but I don't want to see another Nickelodeon show. Somebody was telling me that Nickelodeon means something devious in the spiritual, like I hate God or something like that. That's what I thought. I gotta go look that up because something ain't right with that network. And the shots they took of Ariana Grande, I'm just like, girl, oh my God. If she got, I don't even know if she has kids now or not, but I would not show her that. Like, oh man. Woohoo. Wow. And to know that this dude was, that the Dan Schneider, you had the other guy communicating with the girl via email and showing, y'all, we gotta watch our kids, y'all. Like, what we was contemplating earlier on and putting my daughter in modeling and all. Ooh, I'm so glad I did not. I feel like Hollywood, all these networks, they've tainted wanting to become an actress. They've tainted, and I hate to use the word taint now. Jesus, I can't even use that. Like, I feel like, oh, gee. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. You can't even be an actress and an actor anymore. They have bombarded that with depravity. It's not safe. It's not safe. You're going to get them folks in there that want something, and they know that you're trying to be something, so they're going to dangle something. They're going to first try to groom you by pulling you and pulling you and pulling you and seeing how far you're going to go. And then they're going to threaten you? Nah, that's for the birds. Y'all can have that. You can have that fame. That ain't worth it. They will chew you up and spit you out. As you saw what they did with Amanda Bynes, you saw what that did with that other girl. McCurdy. She wrote a book on the Sam and Cat show. I'm done with Nickelodeon. I don't care. I don't want to see another. I don't want to see no kid show. I don't want to see nothing. They have that. They just got rid of him. My wife said, "Oh, look, he still got name credits. Take his name credits off. Take his name credits off. His name taints your network. Every one of y'all executives need to be fired. That needs that." And it sucks, right? Because I know crew. They need to work. I know that, but how much you gonna want to work for a system that's corrupt? I get it. You got to pay the bills, but come on now. You see that stuff and you got to turn a blind eye to that stuff? And Drake, what happened to him? No. No. So, what's done in the dark? This is a year of exposure, man. What else is going to be exposed? Well, it said season 1. Is Disney next? How many Amanda Bynes, how many Drakes we got up in Disney? That's what I want to see. All right, guys, I just have to get that off my chest. I'm over here eating. After that, I had to eat something. That was too much. I couldn't. I was not expecting all that. That was a little too much for me. Because them shows, I watched that stuff. But now it's just like, I feel like a fool. I feel like stupid. Not seeing all that stuff. You know, your mind is innocent. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking, but then as an adult, you starting to look and you're like, look at this. Did he just do that? Did they just have the kids do that? He knew what he was doing. Dan knew what he was doing. You better get that right with God, bro. Every executive, everyone that showed up on that side, that right side, whether he was misinformed tonight, y'all, you need to call Drake, giving him an apology for sitting on that bench when they had that trial. He was supporting that pedophile. He was supporting that. Okay? All right.